Hello, and here we are again for another meditation session with me, Charlotte Russell. So, as ever, let's firstly find somewhere to sit down comfortably, where we can relax, settle in, and start to focus on our breathing. Just calmly watching the breath as it comes in through the nose and out again. And just make sure that you've relaxed every part of your body, starting with your neck and shoulders, travelling down to your belly. Don't hold any tension there. Check your hands and your feet. Just make sure they're relaxed. Check in with your body. Tune into it. And hopefully you can enjoy the breathing in and out. And just try to take your attention away from your head, away from your mind, down to your body, to your chest, to your solar plexus, to your belly, to your heart, any of those areas, whichever one works best for you, so that we're coming out of the mind, out of thought. We could say we're coming home to our bodies. Because unless we're in pain or we're struggling physically, we don't tend to focus on our bodies. We tend to live in our heads. So when we bring our mind and body together and pay attention to our body and enjoy being in our bodies, everything feels a lot more in sync. We awaken to ourselves. Instead of just getting lost in thought, awakening to our bodies brings us more into the here and now. Sometimes that can be difficult if we're in pain or if we're in discomfort. Sometimes it's good to take ourselves away from our bodies. But it's also good and very important to bring ourselves home to our bodies, home to ourselves, home to our feelings, how we're feeling in our chest, in our solar plexus, in our bellies, paying attention, listening, hopefully feeling peaceful and at ease, and spending time with ourselves and allowing ourselves to just be. The more we do this, the more used to it we become, the more at ease with it we become, the less fearful of it we become. It becomes more comfortable. We can start to look forward to it. We can enjoy the time that we spend just stepping outside of our mind and being at home with ourselves. Being awake to ourselves and the here and now. Just watching the silence and just being alert to where we are, how we're feeling. If we don't feel particularly good, just sitting with it and allowing it to be. Because things can't always be wonderful, and when they're not, what do? Run away? Cover it up? Or are we able to just sit with it and be calm and at ease? So meditation is a way of just practicing being in the here and now with ourselves, stepping out of thought and just watching and allowing things to be as they are. And the more we practice, the easier it gets. We can begin to call this practice being at home with ourselves, being at peace with ourselves. And then we can even begin to do that in our everyday lives when we're not specifically setting aside time to meditate. So instead of getting lost in thought, taking a journey where we can't even remember getting there, we can remain alert and aware during that journey. Or instead of getting carried away with an argument, we can step back and just remember where we are, who we are. Just watch ourselves a little bit. Not all the time. Sometimes we get so lost in the moment. It's so wonderful that we don't check ourselves and stop and observe. But there are other times when perhaps we're getting carried away with something that isn't so pleasant or beneficial to our soul. That it would be good to remember to just step back and not get lost in a particular emotion if it's a negative one. Just bring ourselves back to being at home with ourselves, because we've practiced in meditation, so we have the ability to do that more easily than before. So let's take time now to practice a little more with our meditation, so that we can find ourselves more easily in everyday life. So if you haven't closed your eyes already, you might want to do so now. And let's have a couple of minutes of silent meditation. Let's start. So just take a breath in through the nose if you can. Fill up your lungs with air, and then slowly let it go. And we'll do that one more time. Breathe in. Just hold it for a couple of seconds before you just let it go. And carry on breathing normally. And as you do so, slowly open your eyes if they were closed. And without moving your head, just look around. Just slowly taking in your surroundings. Maybe move your head around now. I hope you enjoyed being with yourself today. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Bye.